Welcome to English Podcast for Beginners. I'm James.
And I'm Emma. We are so excited to help you improve your English listening skills.
Here, you'll learn new words and sentences to speak English fluently. We post new lessons every single day. So let's start today's lesson.
Listen to the very end for a summary of all the new words. And don't forget to download the free PDF in the description to help you learn better. Enjoy the show. Hi, James. Are you ready to talk about our daily lives?
Hi, Emma. Yes, I am. I think this is so important. When you learn a new language, you want to be able to say what you do every day. It's the story of your life, one day at a time.
That's a beautiful way to think about it. And the story of every day starts in the same place. In the morning, when you open your eyes, the first action of the day is to wake up.
Wake up. Okay. So, wake up is the moment you stop sleeping and your eyes open.
Exactly. You are in your bed, you are sleeping, and then your eyes open. You have just woken up. Now, a very common question friends ask each other is, what time do you wake up?
What time do you wake up? That's a great question. But to answer that, we need to know how to talk about time. I think this is a good moment to learn about telling the time in English.
I agree completely. Let's take a few minutes to talk about time. The easiest way to say the time is to just say the numbers. For example, I wake up at 7 in the morning. I can say, I wake up at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Simple. But I often hear people say, o'clock. What is o'clock?
O'clock is what we say for the exact hour, when the minutes are 0. So for 7 o'clock, we can say 7 o'clock. For 8 o'clock, we say 8 o'clock. For 9 o'clock, we say 9 o'clock.
I see. So o'clock is only for the full hour, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. I cannot say 7:30 o'clock.
That is a perfect rule, James. No, you cannot say 7:30 o'clock. Now, another very important thing is AM and PM.
Ah, yes. I see AM and PM on my phone all the time. What do they mean?
It's very simple. AM is for the morning. It starts from midnight, 12 o'clock at night, and goes until noon, 12 o'clock in the day. PM is for the afternoon and the evening. It starts from noon and goes until midnight.
So 7 in the morning is 7 a.m. and 7 in the evening is 7 p.m.
You've got it. It's that easy. So back to our question. What time do you wake up, James?
I wake up at 7:30 a.m. How do I say 7:30 in words?
A great question. You can simply say 7:30. That is very common. I wake up at 7:30 a.m. But there is another very popular way. You can say 7:30.
7:30? Why half?
Because there are 60 minutes in an hour. 30 minutes is half of 60 minutes. So when it is 30 minutes past the hour, we say half past. So 8:30 is half past 8. 9:30 is half past 9.
I understand. Half of the hour is gone. So I can say, I wake up at 7:30. That sounds very good.
It does. Now, what about 15 minutes? Like 7:15. We can say 7:15, of course, but we also have a special phrase for 15 minutes. We say, A quarter past.
A quarter past? Why a quarter?
Think of a pizza. If you cut it into 4 equal pieces, one piece is a quarter. An hour has 60 minutes. 1/4 of 60 minutes is 15 minutes. So 7:15 is a quarter past 7.
I see. 15 minutes have passed the hour. So 8:15 is a quarter past 8.
Exactly. Now for the last one. What about 7:45? We are now getting close to the next hour, which is 8 o'clock. We have 15 minutes until 8 o'clock. So we say a quarter to 8.
A quarter to 8. Oh, I see. It's not past. It's to. It means in 15 minutes it will be 8 o'clock. So 8:45 would be a quarter to 9.
You are a fantastic student. That's perfect. So let's quickly review time. 7 o'clock is 7 o'clock. 7:15 is a quarter past 7. 7:30 is half past 7. 7:45 is a quarter to 8.
This is so helpful. Thank you, Emma. Now I can answer your question properly. So what time do you wake up?
I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 a.m. What about you?
I am a little slower in the morning. I wake up at 7:30, 7:30 a.m.
Great. Now, after you wake up, what is the next thing you do? Do you stay in bed?
No, not for long. I turn off my alarm, and then I get out of bed.
Get out of bed. That's the next step in our daily routine. You're in your bed, and then your feet touch the floor. You get out of bed. After I get out of bed, the first place I go is the bathroom.
Me too. I go to the bathroom, and then I wash my face.
Wash my face. Yes, with water. It helps me wake up. After I wash my face, I brush my teeth. This is a very important daily activity.
Yes, we should all brush our teeth every morning. You use a toothbrush and toothpaste to clean your teeth. I brush my teeth for 2 minutes.
That's very good. After I brush my teeth, I take a shower.
Take a shower. This means you wash your whole body with soap and water. I also take a shower every morning. It makes me feel clean and ready for the day.
It does. So let's see what we have so far. We wake up, we get out of bed, we go to the bathroom, we wash our face, and we brush our teeth, and we take a shower. That's a lot of things already.
It is. And we haven't even put on clothes yet. What is the phrase for that?
The phrase is get dressed. After your shower, you are clean. Then you put on your clothes, your shirt, your pants, your socks. You get dressed.
Get dressed. Okay. So my morning routine is I wake up at 7:30 a.m., I get out of bed, I go to the bathroom, I wash my face and brush my teeth, I take a shower, then I get dressed.
That is a perfect description of a morning routine. My routine is almost the same. After I get dressed, I start to feel hungry. It's time for the first meal of the day. It's time for breakfast.
Breakfast. Yes, the meal we eat in the morning. A common question must be, what do you have for breakfast?
It is. And we can also ask, what do you eat for breakfast? Both questions are good. To answer, you can say, I eat or I have. For example, I have toast for breakfast.
I have toast for breakfast. What is toast?
Toast is bread that you make warm and brown in a machine called a toaster. It's very popular for breakfast. People often put butter or jam on their toast.
That sounds delicious. What are some other common breakfast foods?
People often eat cereal with milk. Cereal comes in a box. You put it in a bowl and pour milk on it. It's very fast and easy. People also eat eggs, and they drink coffee or tea.
I love coffee. I can't start my day without coffee. So, let's practice. Emma, what do you have for breakfast?
I usually have cereal with milk and a cup of tea. I like the simple breakfast. What do you have for breakfast, James?
I usually have toast and 2 eggs, and I always have a big cup of coffee. I need my coffee.
It sounds like a great breakfast. It gives you energy for the day. So, after we eat breakfast, it's usually time to go to work or to school. The phrase we use is leave the house.
Leave the house. That means you open the door and go outside. What time do you usually leave the house?
I usually leave the house at 8:45, 8:45 a.m. I have to be at work at 9 o'clock.
I leave the house around the same time. I have a class at 9:30 a.m. Now, how do we talk about getting to work or school?
A very good question. We ask, how do you get... Hi, James. In part 1, we talked all about the morning and the afternoon. We finished our conversation at about 5 p.m., when most people finish their work or their studies for the day.
That's right. We learned how to say, I work from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So what is the phrase we use when we are done with work at 5 p.m.?
A great place to start. The phrase is finish work. For a student, it would be finish school or finish my classes. So, at 5 p.m., I finish work.
And at around 4 p.m., I finish my classes. After you finish work, what is the first thing you do?
The first thing I do is go home. I get in my car and I drive home. The journey home is my time to change from work mode to home mode.
Go home. That's a nice feeling. I also go home after my last class. In part 1, we learned how to talk about transportation. We can use those phrases again here, right?
Yes, absolutely. Repetition is great for learning. So I can say, I go home by car. How do you go home, James?
I go home by bus. Sometimes, if the weather is nice, I walk to a different bus stop to get some fresh air.
That's a lovely idea. Now, there is a difference between go home and get home. Go home is the start of the journey. Get home is when you arrive at your house. You can also say arrive home.
Ah, I see. So, the action of traveling is going home. The moment I walk through my front door, I get home. For example, I leave my university at 4 p.m. and I get home at about 4:30 p.m.
That's a perfect way to say it. I finish work at 5 p.m., but with traffic, I usually get home around 5:45, 5:45 p.m. Now, when you get home, what do you do first?
The first thing I do when I get home is take off my shoes at the door, and I put down my bag. My bag is often heavy with books.
I do the same. I take off my shoes, I take off my coat, and I put down my bag. After that, I like to change my clothes. I take off my work clothes and put on something more comfortable, like a t-shirt and sweatpants.
Change my clothes. Yes, that is a very important step. It feels good to change into comfortable clothes after a long day. It helps me to relax.
I agree completely. It signals that the work part of the day is over and the home part has begun. So we finished work, gone home, and changed our clothes. What usually happens next in the evening?
For me, I usually feel hungry. I think about the third meal of the day.
Yes, the evening meal. In English, this meal is usually called dinner. Some people also call it supper, which is a similar word, but dinner is the most common word.
Dinner. So we have breakfast in the morning, lunch in the afternoon, and dinner in the evening.
That's right. Now, there are two important verbs we use for making dinner. We can say cook dinner or make dinner. They both mean the same thing.
Cook dinner or make dinner. What time do you usually have dinner, Emma?
I like to eat dinner early. My family and I usually have dinner at about 6:30. What about you, James?
My family eats a little later. We usually have dinner at around 7:30 p.m.
That's a very normal time, too. And what do you usually have for dinner? This is a great question to ask friends.
That is a good question. For dinner, we often have rice with some chicken or fish and a lot of vegetables. My mother is a very good cook.
That sounds very healthy and delicious. What do you have for dinner is a great conversation starter. In my family, we often have pasta or sometimes a big salad. On cold days, we like to eat hot soup for dinner.
Soup is wonderful on a cold evening. Do you eat dinner with your family?
Yes, always. We all sit at the dinner table together. I eat dinner with my family every evening. It's a very important time for us. We talk about our day.
That is the same in my home. We all eat together. It's a nice part of the day. After we finish eating, there is one more job to do in the kitchen.
Ah, yes. The not-so-fun job. We have to clean the plates. The phrase for this is do the dishes or wash the dishes.
Do the dishes. I don't love doing the dishes, but I do it to help my parents. We take turns in my family. Sometimes I do the dishes and sometimes my brother does them.
That's a very fair system. So, now dinner is finished and the dishes are done. The kitchen is clean. Now, the rest of the evening is our free time before we go to sleep.
This is the best part of the day, my time to relax. What is a good question to ask about this time?
A great question is, what do you do in the evening to relax? Or simply, what do you do in the evening?
Okay, so what do you do in the evening to relax, Emma?
In the evening, I really like to read a book. I sit on my comfortable sofa with a cup of tea and I read. It's very quiet and peaceful.
That sounds very relaxing. We can use the ing form here like we learned in our Talk About Yourself lesson. You can say, I like reading in the evening.
Exactly. The grammar is the same. I like reading. What about you, James? What do you do in the evening?
I'm not a big reader. I prefer to watch TV. My family and I often watch a movie together, or I watch a series on my laptop. I like watching TV.
Watch TV is a very, very common evening activity. Many people relax by watching something. Another common activity is to listen to music.
Yes, sometimes I don't want to watch anything. I just put on some music and relax. I like listening to music.
Another very important evening activity is to talk with my family. Dinner is a time to talk, but after dinner is a good time too. We sit and we just talk.
That's true. It's a simple activity, but a very nice one. What about using the computer or our phones?
Of course, a very common activity is to use the internet or check my phone. I check my emails, I read the news online, or I chat with my friends.
Me too. I often check my phone to see messages from my friends. And because I'm a student, sometimes I have to do homework in the evening.
Ah, yes. Do homework is an important evening activity for students. So, there are many things to do. Read a book, watch TV, listen to music, talk with my family, use the internet, or do homework.
We all have our own evening routines. So after a few hours of relaxing, it starts to get late. It's time to think about sleeping.
Yes, the final part of our daily routine is to get ready for bed.
Get ready for bed. This sounds like our morning routine, but in reverse.
It is. Many of the actions are the same. For example, before I go to bed, I always brush my teeth again.
Me too. It's important to brush your teeth in the morning and at night. I also wash my face again.
Yes, wash the day off your face. After that, I put on my pajamas. Pajamas are the special, comfortable clothes we wear for sleeping.
So in the morning, we get dressed to put on our day clothes. At night, we put on our pajamas to get ready for sleep.
Exactly. So, I've brushed my teeth, washed my face, and put on my pajamas. Now I am ready for the final step. I go to bed.
Go to bed. This means you get into your bed under the covers? Is that different from go to sleep?
That is a fantastic question. Yes, they are a little different. Go to bed is the action of getting into the bed. Maybe you read in your bed for 10 minutes before you sleep. Go to sleep is the moment you close your eyes and actually start sleeping.
I see. So I go to bed at 10:30 p.m., but I go to sleep at 11 p.m.
That is a perfect example. A great question to ask a friend is, what time do you usually go to bed?
So, Emma, what time do you usually go to bed?
I like to get a lot of sleep. I usually go to bed at about 10 o'clock, 10 p.m. What about you?
As a student, I sometimes stay up a little later to study. I usually go to bed around 11:30 p.m.
And with that, we have completed a full day. We started with waking up and we have ended with going to sleep. We have described a full 24-hour daily routine.
But what about Saturday and Sunday? My routine is very different on the weekend.
You are right. Let's talk a little about the weekend. The weekend, Saturday and Sunday, is different because for most people, there is no work and no school. It is our free time.
So on the weekend, I don't wake up at 7:30 a.m. I wake up late, maybe 9 a.m. or 10 a.m.
Me too. We don't have to follow a strict schedule. On the weekend, people do different activities. For example, a very common weekend activity is to go shopping.
Yes, my family and I often go shopping for food for the week on Saturday morning.
Another very popular activity is to meet friends. During the week, everyone is busy. The weekend is a great time to see your friends. You can go to a cafe, go to the cinema, or just meet at a park.
I love to meet my friends on the weekend. We often play football together.
Some weekend activities are not so fun. For example, many people clean the house on the weekend.